Stephen Miller just gave a Nazi speech about going after leftist organizations. Go to minus 10, 15 minutes ago. But he's done that multiple times, man. That's not the first time he's done that.
Mourn Charlie Kirk, but also to dedicate ourselves. I am the storm. Our resolve, our passion, our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens.
Hale puts arm out.
To Rome, to
That's 100% intentional.
Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture.
They built
the industry. Dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. Because we stand for what is good, what is virtuous, what is noble. And to those trying to incite violence against us, those trying to foment hatred against us, what do you have? You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness, you are jealousy, you are envy, you are hatred.
It must suck. Why does he keep doing that with his fingers after he puts the hand out? It must suck to have all this energy in you, but the guy actually leading your coalition is a senile grandpa who, like, just yesterday accidentally sent an internal memo to Pam Bondi over Truth Social. We'll talk about that in a second. Actually, can we just talk about that now? Because that's so crazy. It's like 50 Watergates rolled into one. It's a level of open corruption that's basically unrivaled in all of American history. I genuinely can't think of any single instance. I can't think of any event in America ever that's more openly corrupt than this, and it just happened. So Donald Trump put out a Truth Social message, but I believe, and a lot of people are speculating this, that it was intended for Pam Bondi. Like, he meant to send this to Pam Bondi, but because he's 80 years old and has unsupervised control of a phone, and he's so used to truthing or whatever, he sent it here, because he deleted it shortly afterwards. Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that, essentially, same old story as last time, all talk, no action. Nothing is being done. What about Comey, Adam Shifty Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is going to be done. Then we almost put in a Democrat-supported U.S. attorney in Virginia with a really bad Republican past, a woke rhino who was never going to do his job. That's why 2 of the worst Dem senators pushed him so hard. He even lied to the media and said he quit and that we had no case. No, I fired him and there is a great case. And many lawyers and legal pundits say so. This is, if nothing else, a confirmation that he talks interpersonally the same way he does to the public. He reposted it after deleting it to make an edit. Oh, he did repost it. No, I fired him. There is a great case, and many lawyers and legal pundits say so. Lindsay Halligan is a good lawyer and likes you a lot. We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now. President DJT. You know what I think? I'm gonna put my nuts on the table, if I may. I think that this actually was intended to be an internal memo, and he put it back up when he and the people around him panicked and realized what he had done. So they're trying to make it seem like it wasn't a mistake. This does not read like he's talking publicly. It reads like he's trying to talk to Pam. And again, like, given the state of his brain, I do not at all put it past him that he would accidentally truth out a message that was meant for Pam directly. It reads like an internal memo. It doesn't read like something he's saying openly, because it's too whiny. Normally, he would self-aggrandize if this was a public statement, but there's no self-aggrandizing here. It's all like, you need to persecute, or you need to prosecute these people. You need to go after my enemies. You have been insufficiently quick in going after the enemies. It's crazy to be reminded of this, but remember that the Attorney General, the Department of Justice, is supposed to operate as an independent entity to the president, not under the control of the president. Like, this is already corruption, like, on its own, you know? A lot happened, so I don't remember if you've covered it, but Tom Homan was caught taking a bribe. Yes, the FBI went undercover and literally offered Tom Homan $50,000 in cash to overlook, like, some regulatory stuff with them, and he took it. The sting operation, which stemmed from a broader public corruption probe that did not initially target Homan, led agents to an encounter at which they recorded Homan allegedly accepting a bag containing $50,000 in cash while agreeing to potentially help the men obtain government contracts in the event Trump won the 2024 election, the source said. And he accepted it. And the Trump DOJ has overlooked it and covered it up. That's not even that much. Yeah, no, it's not. That's all it took. Comedically, does the FBI regularly do this to bait people in government? Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's a corruption probe. Yeah, how do you find corrupt officials without going undercover and trying to find out if they're corrupt? Thanks, Obama. No, I mean that sincerely. Remember, Obama appointed Tom Homan. Tom Homan has his entire career been as bad as he is now, more or less. And Obama appointed him. Maybe a dumb question, why'd the FBI do this under Trump? They didn't. 2024, Biden was president. Did Megyn Kelly make a tweet she didn't care? Yes. And of course they don't. No Republican cares. Every Republican knows that they're all corrupt. They're all aware of it. This stuff makes Watergate look like a drop in the ocean. Oh my God. Yeah, 100%. Like these two on their own together is like open, obvious corruption, unparalleled essentially in American history. It's insane. It does make me happy to know. Vosh sounds like a Valley girl. Oh my God. Grew up in California. How does this not warrant law enforcement getting involved? Who controls the law enforcement? What do you mean? It does make me happy to know, however, that Donald Trump is unhappy with how things are going. Like, it's the most rapid takeover of American democracy you could possibly imagine. Everything's falling apart so quickly, and he's still upset that they're not doing more faster. And he's still mad. He has been, like, actually really pissy lately. Have you seen some of the clips from him the past 2 days? The clips of him, hold on, let me find this. This is from the 19th.
Going into New York, too. Yeah.
Mr. President,
and we're going to be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to ask you, what about your plans for
really
Memphis?
Obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I am asking, what are your plans for Memphis? Many people want
I'm not going to talk to you until I call on you.
What are your plans for?
He's been really, really, really pissy lately. I wonder if there's a relationship between that and the message to Pam Bondi that he just truthed out unintentionally. You know, I wonder if there's some kind of like, if there's something going on behind the scenes that's making him more belligerent. I have no idea. Pretty wild, though. There was another one, too, of him standing outside of Air Force One. Can I find that? I thought I retweeted it. Where is that? Didn't he also get protested? That was a while ago. There was another clip of him being, like, really belligerent outside of Air Force One. You know, where you always have the really loud audio in the background. I don't know why I can't find it. With the Australian reporter. Am I thinking of the one with the Australian reporter? No. I'm thinking of a different one. Man, there are a lot. There are a lot of instances of him being like this lately.
I just want to settle this free speech question, because you've said that you restored free speech in America.
Yeah.
Is that free speech including for people who are harshly critical of you, for your political opponents, for people who say things you don't like?
I've become immune to it.
You unfairly?
I've become immune to it. There's never been a person that's had more unfair publicity than me, and that's why your network paid me $15 million, or $16 million, I believe, to be exact, George Slopadopoulos, and that's why CBS paid me a lot of money, too. And that's why I sued the New York Times 2 days ago for a lot of money. Because I'm winning. I mean, I'm winning the cases. And the reason I'm winning is because you're guilty, John. You're guilty. ABC is a terrible network, a very unfair network, and you should be ashamed of yourself. NBC is equally bad. I don't know.
Hey, the ABC guys are really, really happy they capitulated multiple times to Donald Trump now. Firing Jimmy Kimmel, giving Trump money for a phony lawsuit to try to, like, buy permission for a merger. It's all working out so well for them.
Who's worse? I think they're equally bad. And, you know, for you to stand there and act so innocent and ask me a question like that. But look, you paid a big price because you were dishonest, John. The reason I won that lawsuit was because you were dishonest. You were proven to be dishonest. And so you can't sit back and just say, oh, well, what do you think?
Oh, the NPR lawyer was what I was thinking of.
Wonderful person. You're not a wonderful person. Frankly, you're a terrible reporter. You know it, and so do I. Okay.
Mr. President, can you talk about why
The NPR, here we go, from the Tennessee Holler. The NPR bit off the plane was what I was thinking of.
Regarding Antifa, what you posted. NPR, sir. Regarding
Are they still here?
They are?
Are they he's still there? Oh, good. Congratulations.
Yeah, regarding designating them a terrorist organization, when they don't have defined leadership or membership, how do you target them? Antifa.
We're going to find out, right? We're going to see. People have been talking about it for a long time. We're going to see. Did they have anything to do with your network? Okay. But we're going to find out.
Regarding Antifa, what you post.
Okay, listen. I'm not going to. Do you think his supporters are enjoying this whiny behavior? Yes. I'm not going to get my hopium up too much, but one of the really common symptoms of rapid mental decline in elderly people is increasing belligerence. Obviously, he's always been belligerent, so it's really, really tough to tell with him. We know that he's having strokes and he's hiding them. We know there's a variety of medical conditions that he has that are ramping up. As he gets closer and closer to the end, or towards like complete mental incompetence, he's going to get more. It kind of depends on the person, right? But like for Trump, I think we could all reasonably guess mental decline for him would be like he would get angrier, right? With Reagan, he just kind of turned into an empty shell, didn't he? As Reagan got more and more demented towards his later years, he was just like a shambling body that they brought from location to location. But Trump isn't like that. Trump is and always has been a lot more, a lot more engaged. So I wonder. Anger is extremely common in dementia and the likes, especially because I still believe that Trump never thinks he lies. I still believe this. I still think that his increasing belligerence, the fact that he's getting crazier and crazier, stems from the fact that Trump is being fed increasingly flattering information. When Trump says, I'm winning all the cases, I think he thinks that's true. When Trump says, like, I have 97% approval, I think he thinks that's true. I think he believes all of these things. I think that all the people around him are just trying to get in with him by providing him the most flattering information possible. Not dictatorship, by the way. Well, he is a dictator, but I really do think we're being spared a little bit by the fact that he's a slave to his idiosyncrasies, Again, it's not like Miller or JD Vance or whatever. He's popular because he's above that. He's like, or maybe below that. Like cognitively, he's not on that level, I guess. I don't know. Do you still think he doesn't actually lie? I do. I don't think that he lies. I do not think Donald Trump consciously lies. Or maybe he consciously overtells, like he might overstate a point or something similar. I do not think that he thinks that he lies. Was this the case in 2015? I don't know. I'm just speculating. He's an interesting guy. There are a lot of dictators in human history that are pretty interchangeable. Authoritarianism certainly is the norm in most societies throughout history, right? I think that he is unique cognitively. So, I don't know. We'll see. You can tell when Trump is confronted with data he's never seen because his advisors shield him. Yeah, we've seen multiple instances like this. Hold on. Thank you for this link.
Because we do.
We're going to have numbers that like nobody's ever seen before,
when do you think that people are going to feel that? Because we do see polling that doesn't poll well in the economy. The recent Fox polling said 52% say the economy is worse under this administration. You've got unemployment at the highest rate in 4 years. Groceries made a big jump in the last term. So how is that? You're looking forward with these plans that you just talked about. When will people feel that, Mr.
Well,
Trump?
when the factories start opening. I mean, right now we're building them. And, Fox polling, I have to tell you, I've told you before, it's the worst polling I've ever had. It's always, during the election, they had me winning by a little bit, not by a massive amount. And Fox polling, I've told Rupert Murdoch, go get yourself a new pollster because he stinks. And this is for years now. But I will say that we have all of these things are being.
I really do think that he believes this. Not that his personal motivations and beliefs are that important in the context of the whole, like, the country is ending thing, but it's still, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting to think about, at least. I maintain, as I always have, that Donald Trump is probably one of the least evil people in the Trump administration. And that's still saying a lot, keep in mind, because Donald Trump is an exceptionally evil person. Like, we're talking about somebody who, at the very minimum, is a serial child rapist. I guess maybe it'd be better to say, like, politically, in terms of his political prescriptions, he might be one of the least evil people. I'm sure that he's more kids than Stephen Miller, for example. Though I don't know, what lay within the cloisters of Stephen Miller's heart, so maybe I shouldn't assume. Who's the most evil to least evil? Well, Miller's up top, I can tell you that much. Miller's up top. You know who I want to know more about? RFK Jr. Because RFK Jr. is like an astonishingly evil person. His like interpersonal life, politically, I have no idea how much he knows what he's doing. I have no idea. I think Vance might actually be in the lower end because I still kind of feel like he's LARPing. I feel like Vance in his mind is in the same mental place as the like femboy Strasserites on Discord who will become lefty trans women in like 6 years or something. I feel like in his head he's just like in a prolonged like period like there, you know. I don't know.